Welcome to Joburg Today. I'm your host, Leroy Viaggi. If you're looking for safe, environmentally friendly lighting, then think console.
Who would have thought that these little pieces put together could create a console solar jar that could light up an entire community?
As I started working here, I was still young, and by that time, I started having the challenges of working with, let me say, people older than me. So it became a challenge for me as I was still young. It took me from one level to another. I started here as being just a factory worker, then a supervisor, then I got another position.
It was an exciting journey since I was doing my business in the street of Melville. Every time now I'm teaching everyone on my department. I was always interested in uplifting myself and others. So at the moment I'm overexcited because I've achieved a goal and I'm still willing to go further. It will help the community which were using the paraffin lights. The problem is some of them, they are not managing to buy them as they seems as if they are expensive. So that is my wish if they could manage to buy them.
I'm Bitumele Ratokwena for Joburg Today.
Hi, I'm Josh Mack, and you're watching Joburg Today.
Check us out on Facebook, that's joburgtoday.tv, and on Twitter at Joburg Today. Now, if you're on the move, pockettv.mobi. That's Pocket with an I. Paul caught up with the managing director of Egoli Gas for a one-on-one chat.
In studio today, we have the Managing Director of Egoli Gas, Mr. Shoniwa, who will be talking about the accessibility and the usage of gas around Johannesburg. Mr. Shoniwa, we see that gas is actually the substance and the natural resource around Johannesburg. Just please tell us more about gas and also about Egoli Gas.
Thank you. Good morning. The story of gas in Johannesburg is as old as Johannesburg city itself. It dates back to early 1892 when, in fact, the first gas lights were street lights in President Street. I would imagine probably that's where the city council center was. I don't know, but it was just very short street and it was lit by gas. Then it then belonged to the city of Johannesburg. It was part of the gas and water. It was called Gas and Water Department. In year 2000, it was privatized. The city of Joburg sold it to private owners and is now a private organization. But we do have 1,200 kilometers of pipeline that is underneath the Johannesburg. It's one of the best kept secrets in Johannesburg. Right.
Oh, okay. And just please tell us the description of generating the natural gas.
Natural gas is, as the word implies, it's natural, so it's not really generated at all. And the gas that we are talking about in Johannesburg today, it comes from 4,000 kilometers away in northern Mozambique. It's natural, it's the natural foliage that has taken place over tens of thousands of years ago, and therefore it's now that process of rotting, if you like, of materials which are all natural, trees and leaves and everything else in the belly of the earth. Now the gas is now coming out, so it's then trapped, brought out, just sanitized a little bit, but not remanufactured at all. You don't change the chemical constituents of it, and all you do is then to pump it through big pipelines to Johannesburg.
And also, how accessible is gas in Johannesburg in terms of people that don't know more about it?
Okay, it is very accessible to those people who are within the pipeline network of Egoli Gas, within that 1,200 kilometers. Just to give you a general idea of where that is the whole of CBD and all the old suburbs of Johannesburg.
This is Yolanda, and you're watching Joburg Today.
Now with Zizi is Dale Caroline, the marketing director of Consol, to tell us more about the Consol Solar Jar.
On Jovi Today, we are joined by Dale Caroline from Consol. Welcome to Jovi Today.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Last night, I had load shedding, and the first thing I thought about was the Consol jar. But for those that don't know, what is the Consol jar?
Well, this Consol Solar Jar is a jar we developed. It's got a solar panel on the lid, and it's got some rechargeable batteries inside. And we thought, this is a great idea for us to bring to the market, and particularly for people who need light in their homes. And we put it in the market about 2011. And it's been the market ever since.
So I know that you brought it with you. Please can you just explain
Sure.
how it's made and how it functions?
Okay, great. I mean, basically very simple. It's got a solar panel on the top. It's got two rechargeable LED, two batteries inside and 4 LED lights. Basically all it does is you leave it in the sun during the daytime, about 6 hours in the sun, and you get 6 to 8 hours light when you get home if the lights are out.
Fantastic. And just like I said, I was struggling with load shedding last night, but I can just imagine how many people can benefit from this kind of product. So tell us, who do you think would benefit from this kind of product the most?
Sure, I mean, absolutely. I mean, I think, in general households, I think obviously with load shedding, it's the obvious product to have in your home, and you probably want more than one. You can have them charged up, and if the lights go out, you can have them lit through the house. But I think the real advantage of the solar jar, and actually why it was designed, was for underprivileged communities. And in fact, if we could try and find a way of getting these jars into those communities, I think they would benefit it the most. Right now, those people are obviously using, paraffin lamps and candlelight. Kids are studying under those, under that sort of light, and the solar jar offers a much better opportunity for them.
So just in terms of the rollout plan, what can we do to ensure that these kinds of jars actually reach homes like that? Is there any way we can contribute and help?
Well, yeah, I think it would be fantastic if we could do that. I mean, what we'd like to do as Consol is challenge corporate South Africa and get them involved and try and find a way of lighting up South Africa. I guess the obvious corporate is Eskom. If we could get Eskom to come to the party and help us light up South Africa and get a solar jar in every home in South Africa, I think that would be awesome.
You've also brought another goodie for us, which is a bag that you said is made up of recyclable goods. Just take us through that process of the bag as well and just its functioning.
Cool. So this is a fantastic initiative we found. Two young ladies who from Rustenburg. They have developed these school bags for underprivileged kids, and they use recycled material, mainly plastic bags, shopping bags. They obviously make up these beautiful bags. They make them obviously light up, obviously, if the kids are walking around with, in terms of bad light on the roads. And then the great thing is they've taken the Consol solar jar and they've put a pouch in for the solar jar. So the lid goes in on the top. While the kids are walking to school, the lid charges. And when they get home, the lid comes out, pop on the solar jar, and you've got light in the evening. So a really fantastic initiative.
Very, very innovative, and I'm sure it's going to help a lot of people's lives as well.
No doubt. I mean, I think kids, underprivileged kids without school bags, I think they go to school with plastic packets with their books and maybe some lunch. So having a school bag and having light at home at night, I think you can get a better combination.
We're very excited to see how this Consol project will actually progress. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you
today.
Hi, I'm Tansy Katsia, former Miss South Africa 2007, and you're watching Joburg Today.
For more stories, check out our special focus section and our new episode from Nikki Bush. And if you want to find out what's happening in and around Johannesburg, check out Joburg in your pocket. Well, that's it from me, Leroy. I leave you with Just Ginger, Bright Lights.
Back in ETV.
You can only find the great white light when you're not looking, and you should only look when you're willing to see what's surrounding you. Please come on, don't look away, it'll all come back to haunt you. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to believe in you. change, my friend, when you see through who you are. You can have it all. You can become whole again. You know that's what you need. You know that's what you want. And yet you find another lover, baby. You can wait patiently, and you will see there is love in your heart. Come on, don't look away. It'll all come back to haunt you. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to believe in you. You can take control again. You can be the change, my friend, if you see through who you are. You can have it all. You can become whole again. You know that's what you need. You know that's what you want. You know that's what you are. You can take control again when you see through who you are.